Alright, what's up guys? We have a 1975 Silverface Fender Champ. Very awesome amp. I'm going to put up some close-ups on the screen. It's going to show you how clean it looks for the age. It has the very clean Silverface faceplate. I'm not sure if that's the word. It looks very clean. It just has a little bit of a scratch in the front, and the grill cloth is actually has a small little orange tint, which I believe from the mid 70s and onward had the orange little tint to the grill cloth compared to the ones in the past. May have used a blue one or a silvery looking one, I'm not too sure. And you're going to see some shots from the back too. The Champ comes with a 12AX7A, a 6v6 tube, and I'm not quite sure which is, I think it's a 5Y3 rectifier, I'm not too sure. You're going to see it in the back there. I think the only tube that is not, or the old stock tube in there is the 6v6. The person who I bought it from may have probably swapped it out. I'm assuming that it would have came with a stock RCA tube, but the 6v6 sounds fine to my opinion. The RCA 12AX7A sounds fantastic. It still sounds perfectly new. I have a 7025 new old stock on my Princeton that I use, and I compared them, both of them, and they sound identical. So that tube hasn't lost any of its qualities. Everything still sounds good. I believe it still also has the stock speaker. Not too sure if it's an Oxford. I believe that's what the mid 70s Champs had, are the Oxford speakers. Either way, I think it actually sounds pretty good. It has the 3-prong cable, and I don't know if any other mod has been done to this amp. The person who I bought it from said that no other mod except for maybe switching a speaker cable out. I am going to go through some of the sounds of this amp. It's very basic. All it is just volume, treble, and bass. There is no tremolo like the Vibro Champs, which is pretty much identically the same as the Champ. It just has tremolo or vibrato, but it's really tremolo. So we just have volume, treble, bass. I'm gonna go up in volume. I'm gonna start at 3. I'm gonna go up to 5, 8, and then 10, all the way down. And the EQ is gonna be at 5 on the treble and 5 on the bass. I'm gonna play with my Squier Classic Vibe 50 Stratocaster, and then I'm gonna try it out with humbuckers. And we're gonna see what kind of sounds we can get through this amp. It's perfect recording amp. I think that as a songwriter myself, this is like hitting the gold mine in a way, because I haven't really owned any vintage blackface amps, and this is my first one. The Silverface amps still retain the blackface circuit even all the way up till maybe the 80s, but I think after that it changed, but very slightly. So let's just start right now. I'm gonna put the amp on 3, and we're just gonna go ahead and begin. Here's the clean sound on the neck. So as you can see, it still has a nice clean tone. I'm going to turn it up to 5 now, and maybe we'll have a little bit of, it'll start overdriving just a bit. So let's see what we can get. Amp being on 5 now. I feel like at this volume it sounds pretty good, and it has a nice, you can hear that the amp is starting to hit the sweet spot. Sounds really nice, starting to breathe a little bit. You can hear a little bit more of dynamics when you play. So let's see what happens when we turn it up to 8. And you can hear some of the hum on the single coil. So actually, I'm going to switch to the neck and middle after I play with the humbug. After I play with the neck pickup. So this is with the neck in the middle, and you can hear it's dead quiet still. It's just the, super quiet because, hum canceling, blah, blah, blah. Back to the neck pickup. We're going to switch now to the amp and turn it up all the way to 10. Neck and middle. So the faces I'm making is not because the amp is excruciatingly loud. It's actually very quiet. Even standing next to it, a Princeton cranked to 10 would blow my ears away. But a Vibro Champ cranked to 10 does not blow my ears away. I could stick it in the closet and record it at 10, and I have a condenser mic in front of this amp, and it's not overdriving the mic preamp at all. It stayed green the whole way. So let me show you the EQ knobs a little bit. So I'm going to put the amp at, say, 5. And I'm going to show you the range of the EQ, because when you overdrive the amp, it might start to fart out a little bit because of the 8-inch speaker. So I'm going to turn the bass all the way down. I'm going to have it at 5, but I'm going to turn it down so you can hear how it just drops a little bit. I'm going to turn it up to 10. Actually, no. Let me just go up slowly, gradually, so you can hear the bass kicking. Okay, so I put the bass back on 5, and we're going to see what the treble is like. So the treble's at 5 right now, and I'm going to drop it down to 1, and then I'm going to do the same thing, play that 1, and bring it back up all the way to 10. Okay, so why don't we just put the bass and the treble at 10? So this is what it sounds like with all of it at 1, except for the volume. Okay. So everything is back at 5. We're going to put the volume back at 3, and we're going to switch to a humbucker guitar. Yeah, come on. This is my Wretch Electromatic guitar. I'm not too sure, G5 3, I don't remember which one it is, but great pickups. I really love them, and it sounds fantastic with this amp. Here it is with 355. Now I'm going to turn it up to 5. You can hear as I dig in, it's starting to overdrive with the humbuckers. Let's put it at 8. So it's starting to fart out just a little bit. Not sure if you can hear that through the mic, but from this distance it sounds like it's getting a little mushy. So we'll turn it up to 10 and see what it sounds like then. That actually clipped the mic just a bit, so I'm gonna not play it like that. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the second input of the Vibro Champ, which will drop it down just a bit, I think 6 decibels. So now I have the amp back at 8, and I'm gonna turn down the bass, see if I can kind of get rid of that mush a little bit. I'm gonna put it at 3, let's put it at 3. So that's pretty much the Vibro. I mean, yeah, sorry, not the Vibro Champ, the Champ. It's a very simple amp. It's just, again, volume, treble, bass, perfect for recording. I highly recommend anyone to have a Champ, even if you're a songwriter, a guitar player, what have you. It has just its own vibe. I like it so much, and I have a Princeton Reverb reissue, which I do enjoy a lot. I've swapped the speaker and I've given it some newer stock tubes. But I feel like even the Champ, being it a smaller amp with a smaller speaker at a lower wattage, and it breaks up fat a lot quicker than the Princeton does. Fantastic practice amp, fantastic recording amp. I can't imagine getting rid of it. It even came with a little soft case with it. I feel like this is one of those amps that, as much as I love trading gear and stuff like that, I don't think I'll get rid of the Champ anytime soon. I feel like it's one of those amps that, like, I'm always going to use for recording. I'm always going to just bring it out to jam with a couple of friends, you know, it's just 2 guitar players, you know. Super cool. I can't say enough good things about having a Champ. But I'll just leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. If you're deciding on getting a Champ, you know, I highly recommend it, so you will not regret it. Unless you do need it for like bands or like practicing with a band or something, then maybe this isn't the right amp for you. This is more like, you know, again, like I'm like repeating myself, you know, like recording artists and bedroom players and stuff like that. Put pedals in front of it, it'll take it nicely. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys found it helpful again. I'll probably post more videos on my equipment, my Princeton, maybe one day. But today was the Champ. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and y'all have a great day.